Hi friends. So in this video I wanted to attempt trying to explain machine learning in a very simple way so that even somebody with a very limited knowledge or maybe somebody who's trying to learn machine learning can understand the basic concepts and try to build on that. So without making any further delays, let's get into it. So if we want to understand machine learning, the first thing to understand is like artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is basically a concept that describes systems that actually appear to be intelligent in a way that they can observe their surroundings and then respond to the surroundings in a logical and appropriate way. One example for that could be the voice recognition systems that we have nowadays. Also, another example could be a bot which plays chess, the game of chess, and also in medical field there are programs that help in predicting the disease based on the symptoms that are being fed to them. So these are all examples of artificial intelligence. Now if we talk about how artificial intelligence and machine learning are related, so it's actually a broader term which encapsulates machine learning. So machine learning is a kind of subset of artificial intelligence, and again within machine learning also there is a concept called deep learning, which is another different stream of analyzing data and creating a system which mimics how the human brain works. So that's a separate entity in itself. So in short, what I'm trying to say is that artificial intelligence encapsulates machine learning, and machine learning encapsulates deep learning. So it's more so this is how the flow is. So let's try to understand machine learning in a very simple way. So let's take an example where let's take an example where the scientists captured data related to penguins, and there was an expedition where they captured the data like the height of the penguins as well as the weight of the penguins, and they plotted this graph that you see. And these are all the points which indicate the different data for a specific penguin. For example, for this one the height of the penguin was this and the weight was this. Similarly for this one the height was this and the weight was this, like that. So they just plotted the graph, and then after plotting this graph they created a trend line basically a trend line which roughly indicated the trend of the data, like how is the data proceeding, or basically what is the trend that the data is showing. So what that essentially means is the more the height of the penguin, the expectation is the more will be the weight, and this green colored line shows that behavior in a rough way. So this is what the trend line indicates. Now with the help of this trend line, let's say we have a hypothetical scenario where we identify some other penguin. So we can use this trend line to identify, okay, if we have a penguin with a particular height, this should be the probable weight of that penguin. Similarly, if we have a different penguin with a different height, then we can predict the weight based on this trend line. So this trend line essentially roughly is indicating an overall behavior of the correlation between the weight and height of penguins. Now there could be how we attain this trend line is based on these data set or data points that we had captured initially or that we had plotted initially. So these data points are nothing but they are the training data for the trend line, and I keep on saying the word trend line. Trend line is actually referring to this it's nothing but it's the actual machine learning model, or this represents the model this represents the machine learning model that will be used to predict the height and weight after it has learned the correlation. So these data points that we had as our initial data sets, they are our training data which helped us which help us identify this trend line, which is again, as I said, is our learning model. So but now there could be one question, like why do we want to use this trend line only? We can also use some other. Why do we want to have this kind of linear line as a trend line or as our model? We can also have another curved kind of line. As you can see, it's not essentially a line but a curve, which actually passes through all the data points. So it is more likely a better match because it's covering all the points exactly. As you can see, this curve is actually passing through all these points. So what that means is it actually matches 100% with our initial data set. So this will precisely give us the correct weight. For example, for this penguin, the height, we'll get the exact weight rather than using this trend line wherein the weight might be an approximation or it's not going to be 100% correct. So why not we use this representation instead of the green trend line? Now to validate this, whether this is a better representation or this trend line is a better representation, let's assume we identified another set of penguins which were not part of our initial set, and we only have the height information for them. So let's say there was another analysis done over the penguins, but somehow they were not able to capture the weight. They were observing just the height. Maybe from a distance they were using some equipment which could measure the height, but since they could not go close to them, they were not able to measure the weight. So now they want to use our model and predict the weight for the penguins. So how would they do? So we have basically these two representations. Let's use each of them and identify for this new set of data, again, which is also the testing data, because this data is something which the model is seeing for the first time. So how the model behaves, or how this trend line versus this curve behaves in predicting the weight for these new points, let's see that. So let's take the line first, and if we compare the distance of these points from the line, what we see is these are the different variations, and if we add up these variations basically we get an absolute sum of these variations. We get something like this. So this overall line represents the total variation that these points show up when we use this green colored trend line as our model. Now let's do the same exercise with the curve. So if we use the curve, you can see because it's a curved line and it was passing through our original data points, you see that for this new testing data the variation is significantly larger, because obviously it's not so it is seeing this data for the first time, so it has not so it's actually not predicting, or it's actually the variation in the weight and the height is much more, because it's more close to the original training data, or it has precisely fit to the training data. So after we calculate the variation, after we calculate these variations, what we see is that the total sum of variation when we use this curved line as compared to the linear or the straight line or the linear representation of the trend line, it's much more. So essentially this model or this curve is less accurate as compared to the line when it comes to predicting the weight for new data points, or when it comes to predicting the weight for unknown or unseen data related to penguins. So that is how we can say that this green colored line is a much better representation, as it generalizes better to the new data points. And this concept in machine learning, or generally talking in terms of machine learning language, this is called concept of overfitting, where this curve is actually overfitting the training data and it is not generalizing very well to new data or the test data. That's why this trend line is a much better approximation, and it will give much better results when used as a model rather than this curve. So this what we saw here, it's basically an example of linear regression kind of model. It's a very simplified form of linear regression. But there are other models, or there are other machine learning algorithms or categorizations as well, like logistic regression, SVM, and decision trees, and many more. So it was just a simple example that I wanted to share and explain the entire concept of machine learning. And if we try to summarize what we saw, so what we saw is basically we had some data and we applied one algorithm on that data, which is linear regression, and we used that algorithm to train the model, or basically make calculations or come up with a trend line, which is nothing but our model. And then once we had that model, we used that model to make predictions for unknown or the test data and see the output. So this is in summary the overall exercise that we just performed. And as I said, it was a very simple presentation. I hope this would be useful, and it would clarify or help somebody who is just starting with machine learning to get some conceptual understanding of how machine learning works. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you.